So this right here is JJ. He's a buddy of mine. I met one night at the Waffle House. It was late, pretty late that night. I saw him eating jellies and like under other condiments, like ketchup, things like that. So I told him if he needed a warm place to sleep and some hot food that he could come back with me for a night or two, and I'd help him figure things out. Well, that turned into 3 months of us taking him in, just me and my grandma. She's 87. So my grandma and I took him in for 3 months till we found him a good long-term shelter at the um, in downtown Augusta at the Augusta Garden City's Rescue Mission, which is a Baptist-run shelter, and it's been real good for him. And during those 3 months, taught him how to hunt and fish and camp and all sorts of stuff. And you'll see a couple of pictures from that later. Um, this is a video I took of us at Bible, like right after Bible study one Friday at the local church down from where I'm at, the Marnez Church of Christ. And this was just a small Bible study, just me, him, and Pastor Philip.
Well, I got here and I met you, and from then on, it was going to work, find your jewels and food. So when I met you, I was basically trying to buy phone, buy a car, and a house. So still trying to make friends with you, and it's still art and TV. That's that. That's the stuff I cling to every day. Just art.
Well, what about fish, and
fish every 3 to 4 days, basically. That's our life.
Yeah, I mean, every time that. Yeah, this is just us.
That sounds fun.
Talking about going fishing
okay,
again.
What about eat and drink water when it was hot?
What about the Waffle House part? How'd you end up there, buddy?
I used to go in there to eat and drink water when it was hot. So that's all they had for me there. Just water and eat.
Yeah, it's definitely.
But it's
Yeah, you just mentioned how they had gotten him a tent like a year before I met him. Some of the other folks at the Waffle House, and and when I came across that tent, when he showed me, where it was that he actually kind of lived behind this Waffle House, behind the old gas station that's been abandoned for quite a while. That tent only had 3 sides left to it. 3 out of the 4. And old raggedy tarp. But we tried several things, tried to get him a better tent. But it was really easier just to have him around the house. And he was some of like his tent was knocked down. The nice one I eventually got him like the week I met him, and some of his supplies that I had bought him had been raided while we were out one day, and So it was just better to have him around. I mean, that wasn't a particularly great area either. So let's just continue with the video.
It's basically just water. And
Yeah, well, them jelly packets could have been that nutritious, and that wall did. And that tent didn't have a fourth wall.
yeah,
It was falling apart at that point.
yeah, that was all. That was all they offered basically. Basically.
But me and you, we spent some time together.
Yeah, yeah, and I had the time of my life. It's just that's all I saw in that spot is just some food and water because I don't want to talk that much.
Yeah, that's okay. But you know, coming from a neuro. Okay, so you know, I was warned when I first met him and was getting to know him. One of my buddies that works at the Waffle House told me he had schizophrenia, but I got to know him for a couple of weeks, and my background and degree is actually in neuroscience and behavioral biology, and I couldn't really say he was schizophrenic. I think he's misdiagnosed. He might have autism spectrum disorder just from, his social awareness isn't great. Doesn't really pick up on the social cues. Besides that, he's smart as a whip, but he does have 3 pins in his ankle and does limp a bit from that. It's better than it was when I first met him. Um, but besides that, he does work hard. I've had him help around the house a few times, both here where I take care of my grandma and at my parents' house. And he works fine. He works hard enough. The only limitation he's really got is that ankle, and he even tries to work through that. So, really hoping he can get a job soon. But he's competing with a lot of other homeless people that way downtown near the Salvation Army and the Garden City Rescue and all that. There's quite a lot of competition, unfortunately. Sometimes this stuff gets. What about the
Thanksgiving, eating every hour, every hour, and when I didn't eat, I played basketball, and when I didn't play basketball, just music.
Alright. Well, what about the injury to your? So he hasn't talked much about it, but you get the general feeling his home life wasn't great, and at some point he either just had enough or was kicked out. I'm not 110% sure about that, so don't quote me on that. Um, he's opened up a little bit about it, but from everything that I've seen and the time that I've gotten to know him since early March, it's I mean, he's a great guy. Doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, doesn't do any of that. So hopefully he'll have some luck in the job market. And everyone just prayed that his ankle heals up too, which we're going to talk about in just a second.
And when I didn't play basketball, it was basically just music.
Alright. Well, what about the injury to your ankle?
That was basically the exciting part. That was something exciting. I don't bother people. So it was just the injury, the my surgeries hit back to back. Then it was basically fun. I couldn't enjoy it, but it was fun at the same time because I grew up like with trees and bricks. So
Yeah.
that's all I had back in the day. Trees and bricks.
How about what we had? But how's the ankle doing now, buddy?
It's stronger than before. I can walk with no pain, and
It's always good.
basically me trying to get back in shape. Sit-ups, push-ups, water.
Now, now I did tag him onto my membership at the Y, so I still go try to hang out with him once a week, and we'll oftentimes make it by the Y and hang out there for a good part of the afternoon. And that, besides being somewhere where you can play basketball and work out and all, also gives them access to shower and all that. And I love using the pool and the hot tub and sauna, steam room, all that. Anyways, so yeah, we go by there and hang out there for a few hours. Yeah, well, we gotta get you in that hot tub.
Yeah.
Okay, so sitting next to JJ is Pastor Philip.
Yeah. So what's your video gonna?
Oh, just how me and JJ got to know each other, and the end goal is maybe to submit it to the local news and get them some help finding a job.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah. I'm trying to think what to say then.
Pastor Philip was a little at a loss for words.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, it's awfully nice when you gave him them shoes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I could talk about the Garden City Rescue Center and how it's been so helpful.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, it's been great getting to know JJ and seeing the.
Oh, I also apologize for the camera work. I'd just gotten a new gimbal, and honestly, I was just trying it out with my phone. So the camera work's not that great on this one. This is just me funning around.
Way that he's been able to get so much help. It seems like the Garden City Rescue Center has really been helpful for him. And it's been great that he's had this place to live. And I've enjoyed getting to know JJ and seeing how much he's grown.
Hey, Dave, you can talk about the shoes the pastor got you. That was a big help.
What shoes?
Remember those black shoes? The one. Okay, the shoes in reference are for when he started going to the Garden City Rescue Mission, and they have mandatory church on Sundays, and at the church that they go to, and he had to have a pair of black shoes. Now, so the pastor ran out and the pastor from the local church that I go to, that I was taking him to, ran out and got him some shoes from Walmart. So just some black shoes. so that he'd have something to wear. Eventually, we were able to get him into a nicer set of shoes, like more comfortable from Goodwill that didn't hurt his ankles so much. That didn't fit your ankles originally.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the shoes came in clutch. I went out trying to make a friend here and there. I couldn't find the stuff I thought about finding before. So I don't know. I really don't. I can't make sense out of this. Out of my journey from shoes to finding friends.
Just playing us out here. Yeah, and we do other stuff, like help him with do some of his laundry sometimes, things like that. Um, Sometimes if I can't do his laundry for him, I'll take him to the laundromat. So yeah, at least now he's got some friends around here and some people that he can rely on. And if you like this video or you want to know more about it, feel free to message me on Facebook or YouTube. Leave something in the comments. I already said Facebook. Email, text. Go to the website www.MorganMediaManagement.com and just let me know what you thought. Okay, y'all have a wonderful rest of your holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy New Year's, whatever else you want to celebrate.